limits. There's a disclaimer. I love that. All right. Now another question. Now this is for the online guys. For the online guys, yeah, you simply type that you get 1,000. In the African context, a husband and a wife, when they come together, will that be a merger or an acquisition? So that is this for the online. This is online. Support your answer. Support your answer. This one has to be supported for you to get 1,000. This must be supported for you to get 1,000 more. This must be supported. The ones who are saying it's an acquisition, why you say it is an acquisition? Why do you say it is an acquisition? This one must be supported. So the physical guys, you're saying it's a merger. It's a why an acquisition?
Because in most cases, we can when a wife and a husband come together, the wife is expected to submit, change the name of this.
Yes, I love that argument.
So you become part of it, so he's owning you.
He's owning you.
And sometimes when they pay dowry, I bought you.
I bought you.
Yeah, so you have.
Is that the best one to listen? Listen, yeah, in African setup, for sure it's what here, it's an acquisition. We expect it to be what here, but in African setup, for sure, whether you like it or not, ladies who are around here, it is an acquisition. If, for example, you're working together with my wife, we finish our work at about 5 p.m., we go home. What happens to this African man?
Legs.
Very good. That's something.
You carry the baby on the back.
And then now there you are as a lady, you do quite a lot, isn't it? And then the other day, when you wake up in the morning, yeah, you do so much, isn't it? Yeah, so then that cannot be a merger. That cannot be a merger. So when this, remember, we are saying about 13,000 circles currently, 13,000 circles. Very many of them may not be sustainable. May not be sustainable. All right? I know of some circles. You'll approach these circles. When you go, when you get to see their offices, you will tell that the last time that managers or even employees were in those offices was like a month ago, isn't it? Because they're running away in a way that they will not be able to give any loan. They've got nothing to give. All right? So most of them are not sustainable. And that is why they are recommending that such circles should either be bought or they should be able to manage. What we call consolidation. Those circles in this case here should be able to get shared services. Yeah. So you see, like for example, a good ERP system today for circles, a good system today, automation system today, which has got an app for both Android and Apple. All right. This system will cost you say 10 million at the minimum. I know of big circles that have spent up to 80, 100 million for a system. For sure, that is a limit which is way beyond this, most of these small circles. And that's why they're saying that we should be able to have like one youth circle, to be like secondary circle, which is able to give you like some space inside their system for purpose of leasing. Yeah, and that is where, in this case here, Sakoba will be able to come in and tell you, instead of you going for the share, why can't we give you a very affordable system that has got these applications and everything there? All right. Now, lastly, we have the concept of what here from circles to credit unions. Ladies and gentlemen, some of the circles that we have today, asset-wise, they could be bigger than some of the banks that we have. There are circles already which are at the same level with tier 1 banks. Not even one or two, right? And that is why globally, remember the global perspective, cooperative financial institutions increasingly operate as credit unions. Kenya may gradually align with this model. The objective is to have institutions which are now able to get even members from out there. international standards, global recognition. Look at, for example, what Equity Bank is doing in Southern Sudan, all of that. Have you ever heard of a circle which is now working outside there in terms of offices? Of course, I know you have like representation, maybe the US, etc. But you see, you want now a circle that will be recognized. You can go and set up even branches outside there, all right? Yeah, so modern governance, enhanced competitiveness, etc., etc., etc. Ladies and gentlemen, I would want in this case here to ask you a few questions as I run away. And I think there is a gift which was not given to my online students. Someone who said acquisition from the very beginning. Who was this? Let me just go around here. The wife being acquired. Dama is saying that Dorothy is saying that is very sad. It's very sad because now she's looking at what here people being equal, isn't it? So the one who said the acquisition number one kabisa alikuwa ni Edwin. So Edwin should be able to get 1,000 shillings. Edwin should be able to get 1,000 shillings. Are they ready for my questions? Or should I give them a break of 5 minutes? They go through their notes. We give them like 5 minutes. Yeah, they go through their notes. So when I ask them, it's about 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, isn't it? Yeah. So 5 minutes. So you're also free. You are with me here today. You can also talk to your neighbor, isn't it? Talk to a neighbor. Talk to a neighbor. Edwin has already shared his number. Dorothy, I can see really this thing disturbs me quite a lot. In Christianity, it is a merger because two become one. Dorothy, I can assure you, you are still a young. You are a young. We shall overcome.
Simama hapo wapige picha cha ufala sio? Ajipe si ufala. Kidogo.
So they done after this kuna tea break kama?
No tea.
No tea break. Oh, okay. Okay.
Adios atulia. Ndio unakuwa nganje. Kimboko. Tapiga bana.
Yes.
Inafanyika. Huyu bwana nimwambia nitaki kiti yako leta. Jamaa atapata sio kitu jua. Kiti yako post hiyo. Baby hata nifanye somo. Ndio nakosa. Tuone kwa sasa gani? Kidogo kabisa. Napiga aje.
Sema salimia Dante, kuona.
Kwa hiyo sana salimika.
So 5 minutes are over. Right.
Acha ni post mara moja.
All right, are they ready? Are they ready? Are they fearing you? This will never fear you.
Are you ready now?
They are ready, right? Actually, then you don't get to the so what? It's not live from there. Yeah. All right, they are ready. Thank you so much. So, question number one. Question number one. Did you? No, that's very easy. So, number one, what is a secondary circle and how will the proposed reforms affect its formation, regulation, and operations? She put up her hand first.
A secondary circle is a circle formed to merge circles, maybe circle A and B, to come together and become one circle. It's going to be a circle that is going to regulate small circles to reach maybe the threshold of 1,000 units.
That answer I can only give you like 500.
And
Because she's talking about a matter, isn't it? Yeah. So now, who was the second one? Oh, okay.
I can support my colleague here.
You're supporting, and she's not there, right?
okay, let me
Okay.
So secondary circles are circles with excess savings, and they intend to help the smaller circles with savings.
So that instead of borrowing from the
So according to this lady, secondary circle will be that circle that has got excess savings, excess money somewhere, and they are willing to help the smaller ones, right? No. Pardon?
The secondary circles are circles that will be like a central bank to the other circles. They'll be having shared services and payment gateways to assist other circles.
To assist other. What do you think of that answer? At least, so meaning there is some better response you have, right? Online guys, please talk to me. Raise your hand, online people. Online people, yeah, that I will give 1,000. That I will give 1,000. Online people, please raise your hands. I would want to hear from you. I can see Evelyn Wanjiko Nyaga. What is a secondary circle and how will the proposed reforms affect its formation, regulation, and operations? Evelyn, the floor is yours. You're muted again. Hawataki kuongea wanalala hawafuati kitu vizuri. Hawafuati kitu vizuri. Shevin? Now this is talking. Let's give her 1 minute. Sorry.
A secondary circle is that circle whereby members will be restricted to other circles.
Very good.
And in that circle, the circle will be central liquidity, share the services, and
But you qualify because one thing she is putting up very well is that this secondary circle, we shall not be having like direct membership. Like as a person, you can't be a member of a secondary circle. Yeah, so it will be a secondary circle there, the members will be other circles. And then we will talk about shared services, etc, etc, etc. So this lady gets 1,000 bob as well, which is really, everybody must get something today. Especially if you are in media. Yes?
thank you, Marina.
Great, yeah. Better than back up chini. All right. Great. Especially if you are with me here physically and you go home with nothing. That is a problem, isn't it? There's a problem. Everybody shall win, right? Yeah. Question number 2. What specific responsibilities will circle boards and the management have under the strengthened governance and accountability framework? What specific responsibilities will circle boards and the management have under the strengthened governance and accountability framework?
Can I share?
Yes.
So, it means that they will have to do the right thing, so that in case they want to be, they find themselves in trouble or wanting to do the wrong thing, there's absolutely them.
Great, good try. 500. Now my man is following. So if you're appointed as a director of a circle, what really will be expected of you?
For them, they will be the corporate responsibility of
Governance.
And taking care of the resources. Most probably they should be vetted for integrity purposes. Taking care of the responsibility of the members' funds. Yeah.
Now you're coming quite close, but 500 bob. Online guys, is anybody who is raising up their hand? Online, mimi nitafunga meeting kwa online sasa. Kama wako hapa kupata pesa sasa. Kama wa raise mkono, what happens sasa?
Okay, the other responsibility of maybe directors and the management is also to make sure audit is done in good times, and also make sure that after the audit, dividends given of the profit made and not borrowing to give dividends.
Mhm.
Integrity and honesty, being following the chapters of the constitution.
Very good.
Maybe we can try going in, they should also take care of the internal control. Basically, the internal controls of the samples.
Great. Remember ukiwa that yeah. Mhm.
I think they should work very close with the second circles to ensure that members' funds are well governed. Yes.
500. So I can see Sheila safeguarding competence and integrity. No. You guys are not answering this question the way it's supposed to be answered. For example, if you are a CEO of a company, I mean, the very first thing that we expect you to always think about is stewardship. Yeah, that is why you come up with what we call a strategic plan. Strategic plan. So we expect, I mean, many things, but number one, you must provide strategic leadership. That's number one. Because we are looking at what we call sustainability. You know, strategic means what here, longevity. We want this organization to be there for the long term. All right. You should be able to establish effective internal control systems. Effective internal control systems. Ensure compliance with laws. Ensure compliance with the laws. So if you are, for example, a director company ili tax, squeeze na yeah. So ensure compliance with the laws and regulations. Oversee risk management. There is nobody who spoke about risk management, and I know most of you here are directors, and you have been even able to oversee the risk management framework being done for your companies, isn't it? Oversee risk management, safeguard the members' funds, at least that one I saw members mentioned. Yeah. So safeguard members' funds, promote transparency, ethical conduct. Yeah. And the sound decision making. Moving forward, haitakuwa ile tunafanya drama pale kwa in front of members. They are very good speeches. Tunachaguliwa. Hapa kenda mwenye kujioffer, know that you coming in this case here to really serve members. Now the third question. Yeah, data management and protection, that is very good. I love that. Data management and protection that I will give you. Yes. Is there somebody who has ever heard of a body called UFAA? UFAA, you must have seen it somewhere. UFA, yes.
And claim that financial
Assets. Do they work very closely with SACCOs?
Yes.
Yeah. So a good question here. How will increased interaction with the KRA and the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority affect SACCO compliance? That is my second last question. How will increased interaction, because now KRA wants to be able to read your financial systems, financial reports online. Yeah. So how will increased interaction with KRA and the UFA affect SACCO compliance? Give us an answer there. Yes.
The relationship between SACCOs and KRA will help in just making sure that SACCOs are compliant with tax.
They are compliant with tax.
And again, they declare, and again, they are able to do their accounts well.
Real time.
Yeah.
Real-time
accounting, so that they can also find in each time. And UFA, we have what we call unclaimed assets. In SACCOs, we have what we call unclaimed or unallocated deposits. This will ensure that the leadership, the management do not have those unclaimed deposits.
They surrender them.
Yes, they surrender them. And again, it's laxity. in the side of the management that we have this huge unclaimed deposits. And also create awareness to members as they, or put a system where by when a member deposits, they are able to identify them.
So very good, that's 1,000 shillings because you're speaking to exactly what good systems will be able to do. A good system will be able to identify me. This is an asset that was placed with us. The member is not even coming and tell us where we should be able to. Are they paying them? The moment you realize that your members are not speaking to you, there could be a problem. Try reaching out to next of kin. Those timelines, now we shall be very strict once this becomes what here becomes an act. Let me ask the last question, because now most of us, even the ones who are here, they are not now even raising their hands, right? Now, this is just a general question, very general. How will stricter fit and the proper requirements? How will stricter fit and the proper requirements affect the appointment, continued service, and accountability of SACCO directors and the senior management? How will stricter fit and the proper requirements affect the appointment, continued service, and the accountability of SACCO directors and the senior management? Yes, Shepard.
It will ensure that only directors and individuals with proper professional experience, competence, and integrity are put in charge of the SACCOs, and also to ensure that who will steer the SACCOs to a better governance and also be good stewards of all the rules that we mentioned earlier.
So if you're not fit for this purpose, then you shall not really be able to qualify for any election, isn't it? So 1,000 bob, yes, madam.
To add on that, it would ensure that people of the reputable character and great professional backgrounds, like if you're talking of SACCOs, you're talking about SACCOs, we need people who at least have some accounting background. Yes, to be able to diagnose, like maybe you put in somebody, let me give an example of a teacher-based SACCO. The directors are teachers who do not understand anything to do with the financial statements and all that, and a finance manager or an auditor comes to them and gives them reports. They'll just be signing things that they don't understand. Yes. So the reputable character and then people with the right academic background to sit on those seats.
Great. Thank you so much. Another 1,000. So shall we all take a break? A break of how many minutes?
5 minutes.
No, 5 will be too. I need to prepare my guys from India.
Or 10 minutes.
15
minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes. They can walk around.
Yes.
But please, we keep time so we can get enough time to eat our food, right? Now, for the students who are online, what do we do with them?
They sleep.
They should overcome. They should be able to run around. We shall walk with them for them to see a few areas here and there, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Thank you. All right. So meanwhile, please ensure that you are talking to your respective classmates. I know you have very many of them. Tell them from exactly 12, 20, we should be back here and everybody should be able to join. Everybody should be able to join. Everybody should be able to join. Using the same link, I'm actually not going to close this meeting though.
Recording stopped.
Lakini tunaongea sana.
When do you do?
Yeah.
I didn't picture you to Joseph. I thought your name is wewe ndo unatengenezanga the flyers.
Yeah.
Hata unanipoteleanga nini?
Unaona mimi tunakuanga sasa hivi.
Hata nimetafuta mtu mwingine anisaidie because so busy.
Tumekuanga busy.
I know. Kuna same radio
Podcast.
na podcast.
Alafu naona kama sasa hivi.
Acha nitoke kwa kamera.
Naona sasa hivi hata.
Sasa hizi si lazima sipie, unaweza fanya sipie. Sasa unaona yeye ndo anamuuliza hiyo.
Sasa niliona. No one can be close to This is nice. I didn't know. I think now I finally get to meet you and see you. Hey, I'm good. What's your name?
My name is Morris.
Morris, we have not interacted with you.
Sure.
Yeah. But have I interacted with you? But Ibrahim namuonanga tu online.
Share na mara moja. Last time ukiwa na meeting na Steve.
Yeah, hiyo one.
So ile nilikuwa nakuambia nini ya podcast.
Mnataka niseme nini huko
kwa yani you be a host, you have your own show. Like watu kama wana capacity ya kuwa interview, yani wale watu wasiwe inakuwa your show weekly, maybe once weekly.
Nice. Nanilipa.
Sweet talk business. Brown envelope. Yeah. Per episode. Per episode you have your 3K.
Yes. Episode ni how long?
No, hiyo ni sema pale ukikuja
as long as
like weekly.
So
inaweza kuwa nzuri sana.
We are same ready. So we can look at how many people. Which audience do you have right now?
No. Sasa bado tuna mix.
Okay. So I think the good thing can be market the podcast to students, our same students.
Yes.
Follow them. So one of the things we can go once a week. The students who are mostly accounting professionals. So tunaweza leta mtu mwenye, of course apart from Dr. Joshua, we can bring someone mwenye in that industry mwenye people look up to, admire, so that we interview him and get the students to hear, like, let's say skills zenye zinahitajika, something very attractive. Let's say I talk about space, like students how to navigate the job space. And if I talk to them in a way that
Nimwambia ametoka kutoka. Ndio nimemwambia.
It's more. No. Let me hear how much it is. Asha, sorry, I spoke for too many minutes.
Pesa mingi bwana. Pesa mingi bwana. Singekuja mwenyewe.
Listen. Oh, you're doing that. And then the meeting is on now. But you are check yet. Or you're going Lord. Mkwite, ungefix kwanza isa ule maana kucha.
Oh, so.
Sorry.
Just that's Tutaongea. Tutaongea.
I'm good, how are you?
Ananiambia,
You're a friend to
I'm a friend to this farm.
Oh,
This
Nice,
farm
nice.
na raising.
sure.
Oh,
Asijali kupatana.
mi ni virtual. Msiende mtoto.
Vitu na leo tunasema na kuna vitu vinaingia. Acha tufanye kitu. Wewe aloro na sema mwenyewe kama nani? Na vitu vingi. Sasa kitu gani angefanya? Angeita wale jamaa wa Miamis because they know the massive experience that.
Semaji.
Nani? Yaje uko? Na nipigie morning mara nyingi kama nani. Leo nitasema sikuwa. Oye, yo madam sana hii chukua. Ya hata mimi kuna je uja sio
I tried how many ago? Like 1 hour ago.
Yeah. Yes.
That's still echoing?
Yeah. Now it's better. Yeah, now continue.
Okay, so there is still a little bit of echo, but manage. So can you give me short information? You're able to see my screen?
No.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so happy to be here representing Tech Solution and a partner for Aura and Go in Kenya. And my name is Harsha. I am the Chief Operating Officer of Tech Solutions. We are based out of Bangalore, India. And I've been working with Dr. Joshua and his team effectively in terms of promoting a product to do the digital transformation to SACCOs in Kenya. So to step into that, who we are. Okay, so we are basically one of the leading fintech software company in India. And when we say leading, there are many software companies in the fintech space, but we are very focused in terms of looking at SACCOs, like cooperative societies, where we thought there is a necessity and a need for digitization and how they can go fully digitally. So we have chosen that particular domain where we could bring in a lot of localization, we can give a lot of leverage with respect to technologies, and then make SACCOs much more user-friendly experience, and also empowering the financial communities to take a digital transformation into the system. So our primary focus is SACCOs, cooperative societies, small banks, and MFIs, microfinance institutions. And not only that, when we talk about SACCOs, there is always we always keep cost in mind. So we are basically a zero capex model company, which means our recommendation is how we can deploy our solution in a cloud platform or a subscription model platform where the SACCOs don't have to pitch deep into their pockets. So we are very, very clear in terms of enabling banking as a service on a zero capex model, so that the banking becomes easier and the technology becomes available to all the SACCOs. So that's the reason we have got a niche area in the SACCO space. And who we are? Okay, we are a 15-year-old young company. We have in the last 1.5 decades, 2.5 decades, we have handled about 400 plus financial institutions worldwide, of which we have got over 70 installations in Ethiopia, Kenya, Botswana, DRC, Zimbabwe, and Zambia, very specifically in Africa. And the rest of the installations or services are offered across Pan-India. And when we say that, we are like 400 plus is not a simple number, but which means that we have handled over 50 million seamless transactions per year. And also, as part of the community, we have solved and transformed more than 1 million people. And like I said, we are mostly customer centric, and we make sure that the customers are not spending money in terms of establishing infrastructure to provide a solution to their stakeholder members. So we call that as localization. We call it customer centric. We call that as inclusivity and empowering the members to access the digital solutions in all spaces. And if you look at, we because of that we are able to produce, a good amount of sustainability and give a growth to the smaller stackers to begin with. And during this period of time of 15 years, with this 400 installations, what we have understood is we were able to give about 20% of operational efficiency in cycles, which means that probably they were using the manual systems, or some of them are like they use multiple tools for multiple solutions, and also reporting they have to generate through Excel and Word, and then compliance and all that. So when we look at an overall solution, we were able to give about 20% operational efficiency, and we have given a boost in terms of 27% by providing zero capex modeling cloud-based solution. So our solutions are like a menu card. Let's say if a Sacco is coming to me and say, "Hey Harsha, listen, I want Sacco Work." I can give Sacco Work on premise. I can give Sacco Work hybrid. I can give Sacco Work on cloud. So most of my Saccos are working on cloud, which means that the money-wise, they don't have to worry about in terms of setting up infrastructure. So we've seen that as a 27% increase in the operational efficiency cost-wise across the Saccos. And our capabilities, so far I'm okay, right?
Yes.
Yes. Hello, Joshua? You.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, as far as our capabilities are concerned, we are ISO certified company, and we have, in fact, the number given is little low here. We have over 600 plus man years of experience in fintech industry, which I say like our founders. They've got about like each of them themselves have got about like 30 plus years in the industry, two of them, and the rest of the team put together is over 600 plus man years. And the biggest advantage of TechWork solutions is the entire product is owned by us. 100% IP, intellectual property rights are with us. It's not only that. See, when you are buying a solution, right? So you have something you call a licensing. So the licensing is the biggest cost solution, when it comes to Saccos. It's a cost concern for the Saccos. So having said that, TechWork is very, very clear. We don't want to overburden Saccos in terms of buying licenses in various other platforms. So what we have done is, we have developed the entire system in open source. Okay, so far my clients are very, very comfortable. They're able to, and not only that, the customization becomes easier because of the ease of open source platform. And since it's cloud native, expanding or adding more features and solutions or customization, it becomes much easier with respect to TechWork solution. And like I said, it can be on-premise or any cloud platform. And we have a multi-factor authentication, which means that we provide most security, and all the communication happens in an encrypted format. So based on a two-level authentication, all the communication goes through. And integration-wise, we are very, very flexible. whatever applications, an exclusive application, any of the cycles are using in their system, we have a complete strong API gateway to attract all the third-party integration. So we are like, if you give us about 4 weeks of time, we should be able to implement the whole solution. That's how we've been claiming ourselves. And then, like I said, we have multiple features. WhatsApp banking, agent banking, mobile banking, and audit logs and reports. So in our system, so maybe we have multiple dashboards. The dashboards is specifically when let's say the head of the bank, when they come into the office, they want to see a dashboard of what is the current status of loan disbursement happening today, right? So he or she gets onto the system, logs in, and immediately the whole thing is shown. What is the outstanding today? How many defaulters are today? How much of collection has happened as of yesterday? And what is the disbursement pending in terms of waiting for approval? So they get a complete dashboard of whatever is happening in the cycle on the screen when they log in. Okay, so that you start a day with the complete data about your bank. And after that, yes, you have multiple functions like your loan origination systems, and you have multiple level of approvals, and you have agent banking, you have mobile banking. They're all part of the system, we have developed. And then the highest tier is, we always look at, compliance. So, our systems are SASRA compliant, and we're also in terms of aligning with them so that we give the best of the compliance in terms of our product and rendering that to SACOs. And the advantage right now with what we have is we have a local partner, Oranco, sitting locally next to you. So we have a good partner who can actually why are we looking at digital transformation? Why are we looking at technology being inducted when the whole world is talking about AI? Yes, so we are also AI enabled. So a lot of reporting happens through the artificial intelligence technologies. And if you look at over about 60% of Africa's population is about like 25 to 28 years, which means that everybody's on mobile phone. And when I say mobile phone, which means all the transaction happens through mobile phone. So there is a need for instant banking. Okay, so there is a reason why we are talking about this. And Africa's economy is projected to be about 1.5 trillion by 2030. And there are about 57% of unbanked population, which is a good market for cycles to even go and tap. I think. Put together, we have about 357 SACOs under SASA. So there is a lot we can do in terms of bringing in a digital economy into the system. So these are the market drivers we are focusing on at this point in time. And I think this slide is what I was talking about. So we are, when we say technology, so we are current in terms of providing AI-based solution, in terms of simplified solution, in terms of scaling up. That is more important, and sustaining. Okay, me giving a solution to you, and then if you're going to run for a year and say, okay, what is it I'm going to do? I'm backdated technology. No, we keep upgrading, which means that as a SACO, as a partner with Oranco and TechWorld, you will continuously get your upgrades, and we will try and be on the top notch of the technologies, so that we are not left out, because that is what is required. Because fast member experience is more important for any institution for that matter where there is customer involved. So we understand that. So today, if you look at our agent banking solution, is one of the finest in the country, I would say. Because our agent banking works on real time. So the moment a customer, a member pays a loan repayment, what we call as the earnest installments or whatever the loan interest. So when the agent collects it, immediately it gets updated in the system. So when you're running a EOD, okay, you are correct. It is not that yesterday's data when you look at today. So we are, on top notch of that solution. So we are in the right path. So now I'll touch upon what we call as Bankwell. So Bankwell is our core platform. Okay, that is like the whole suite, like for example, Microsoft Suite. So we have Word, we have Excel. So likewise, Bankwell is a complete core banking suite of tech work. And this is a 15-year-old strong platform. So there are solutions sitting over Bankwell. So SACOWeb is what we are talking about. It's an end-to-end solution for any SACOs, however small, however big you are. You may be having 200,000 members, you may be having 500 members. Irrespective of that, everybody gets the same features, same facilities, same AI, same everything, and it is completely meant for SACO. And the next is the neo banking, neo work. Instant work is, I'll talk about all these things in the next slide. So micro work is basically for the MFIs. So our core banking system is totally modular, which means any customer buying, they get the core. On top of it, they will have their respective platform. In this case, we are talking about SACOWeb. So tomorrow you say, hey, Harsha, listen, I want my MFI to be incorporated to that. So I will give you microphone. So Bankwell can handle both SACOs, and as well as MFIs. And you say, Harsha, listen, I have an NBFC, I want that to be integrated. I'll have an NBFC solution for that. So I want agent banking, I will put agent banking. So I want mobile banking, I'll put mobile banking. So the platform is so flexible in terms of adopting all these functions into the system. So that's why I call it's an easily modular system. Because of that, we are able to scale and integrate with whatever systems at this point in time SACOs have. Okay, so we are like completely API driven with a simplified, unified architecture. So there's no complex layers involved. It's very, very thin layered components. So we made sure that the scalability is so easy, because that is where most of the people get scared. Because the moment you touch the platform, okay, A, it's expensive. B, how it is scalable. Can I, let's say today I have 1,500 members. And what happens, the next 3 years, if I get to, 8,000 members, how this can be scalable? What will happen to me? So nothing will happen. Everything will remain the same. You can add as many number of branches, as many number of members, as many number of products. You can add any of them. So we're just making sure that, you can use the system that is for good. We are ensuring that will happen. So, and because of, the reason is, when we talk about all these solutions sitting on a cloud platform or in a zero capex model, it becomes easier and it doesn't bite much into your budget. So that is the whole focus of our core banking suite. So this is what I was talking about. The SACOWeb is the proper core banking system for SACOs. MicroWeb is meant for only micro finance institutions, and it does a lot of API integration. It is SASRA compliant, or in fact, for that matter, we are supplying to 5 different countries in Africa. So each one of them has their own central bank. So the compliance differs from every country. So we are addressing all of them at this point in time. So instant loan is one of the nicest application where we talk about instant loan application. So in a jiffy, people can process their loans. OmniWeb is our omni banking solution. It's basically mobile, online, and internet banking. It's a new platform for us. It's called a new gen core banking platform. Community Web is the agency banking I was talking about a while ago. Okay, so what is SACOWeb? So we're talking about a complete mobile first platform. We are modular designed. We are what we have seen over a period of time across these 5 countries in Africa is we've heard from customers and members saying that it becomes so easy for us to handle the whole thing. So somebody's coming and say, okay, I want to open a savings account. Okay, I mean, everything gets like seamlessly integrated, and then it is very beautifully done. The whole idea is the member gets like in a matter of fact, sorry, in a matter of fact, they get the communication that moment the KYC is uploaded and what kind of KYC documents we need to upload. So all of them is like visualized, completely automated, and then the seamless creation of accounts. And the processing, loan processing is like a beautiful workflow we've done with a multi-level approval. So we have considered having experience with Zappos, we are able to bring in a lot of value add into the system over these years. So if say anybody, any of you is going to pick up Zappos tomorrow, I mean, our integration time or implementation time, you won't be able to believe, it'll be so thin that, by the time you finish your travel and come back, it'll be done. That's the level of integration easy we have given. Okay. So this is kind of a pictorial representation of what I was talking. Core banking as a solution, cloud-based solution is what I'm talking about, and it has an extremely comprehensive load management system, and it's very bulletproof application so far we've seen. We've considered all levels of security into the system because that is one of the concern. So a lot over a period of time people have raised. So we make sure that we are doing that. And then, we try to be as compliant as possible with respect to SASRA. And all the digital payment systems have been incorporated. And then we are also doing a real-time processing because these are the regulatory pressure most of the SACCOs will run into. Okay, what happens, when SASRA's ICT policy? Okay, so we will ensure that we are compliant with SASRA because there is no way you can say I can't do it or where there's any flexibility. So we'll ensure that we go with the SASRA policy, and then we will because mobile banking is one of the biggest necessity at this point in time. So all these things. So when there is a concern, we address that one. So post my discussion with you, whatever concerns you have, you can always share it with Joshua, and then we can probably address that. Because every one of you will have something or the other. What will happen to my M-Pesa integration? What will happen to my USSD banking? How will I do my digital load processing? Do I have a member self-service portal? Okay, can I have WhatsApp banking? Can I have ASP? All that can be addressed in Sacco. That is the whole idea. Because whether it's vulnerability SACCOs or small unity SACCOs or rural SACCOs, everybody has something or the other. They need to keep upgrading. They need to attract members into the system. So how do we do it? Only by facilitating these features into them, making their life easier is what the best way we can attract the members. And ease of operation. That is more important for members, and they want to see all of them real time. So the moment a member is going to deposit the money with an agent who's in the remote area, they get a notification immediately the money is received. So the member is guaranteed that the money has gone into the SACCO and it's recorded in the system, and they get a receipt immediately. So that is more important for the member experience. So we are focusing on all that because if you look at, there is a beautiful regulatory path has been established. So we just need to travel through the path to ensure that SACCO is servicing based on all the products what they have in their SACCOs. So we ensure that the deployment is easier, and then we look at all the daily transactions, making it comfortable for them, and all the repayment tracking, defaulters tracking, and notifications. All that is made into the system. So overall, you're actually you're buying a banking software. So that's the level we have built the system as. So I'm just highlighting the features of Psycho. Excuse me. So it's a single window operation, what we call as a Vista screen. And it has a very comprehensive KYC module. where you whatever based on the compliance we need to upload. It could be photographs, it could be licenses, it could be documents, property documents, it can be loan guarantee documents, it can be anything. So it has multi-level of that. And then the moment you write it to KYC, okay, your ID is generated, and then you can move between branches. And every branch can operate in their own space. They get all of them, and finally they get integrated to the system from the headquarters point of view. And multi-level authorization. I mean, let's say I'm asking for a loan of, let's say, 2 million shillings. I mean, for example, so it goes to a multiple level of approval. The staff level may not be able to do, manager level may not be able to do, and then it goes to the top level. So you have a multi-level check, and the moment the approval is pending, they get a notification saying that the approval is pending. So they make sure, system make sure that you are active within the, and then you have a flexible GL definition, and then the whole highlight is the computation formulas. Okay, they're all completely automated based on your bank's norms and the interest pattern. Okay, so we can incorporate all of them into the system. So there is no any staff when they're using the loan application, they don't have to worry about it. They just have to choose, okay, the tenure, the amount, and what kind of interest they can pay. All that is calculated, and then it all comes in a jiffy. Okay. And then it gives, okay, now the system has generated an application for a member, and this is the loan tenure, this is the loan amount, this is how it's going to be paid, it's the compounded interest, and this is the formula, and this is the output. And then you can give a complete printout to the member saying that this is how your loan will be distributed across the tenure. So it's very, very clear. So it's all automated, obviously. And then it can handle the POSA, and then it can handle all kinds of deposits. That is more important, monthly deposits or recurring deposits. And like I said, like loans, daily or term loans. And the highlight is doorstep banking. So this is all, we are talking about a version of a complete core banking solution we are talking about. And when we say that, we are selling a complete system at a very, very affordable cost. That's the most prime factor in this whole story, because we understand the system and we understand the economics of it, and we make sure that my customers don't spend a lot of money on establishing servers and infrastructure and hardwares and softwares and all that. So we make sure that the system is very thin and operable across cloud. You just choose a subscription model, very, very simple, move on. When from the moment you install, then you try out beta version, and then you just get into beta trial, and then you get into live. So those are the benefits I would show, and this is pretty much how self-help group can handle the system, how mobile bank can help, and that is the lifeline. Okay, so this is one slide is very I would like to share. So like I said, members are the backbone of the system. Members are the fulcrum of the system. If members don't exist, we don't exist. So we have to make sure the members are happy. So the long wait times, the long queues, the long approval process, all that has been eliminated by using Sacco. So majority of the manual process, Excel usage, and the human error, okay, in terms of calculating interests, all of them can be eliminated. And onboarding and offboarding, it is so simplest in the system, okay. And when we talk about that, management is very key in terms of knowing what is happening in the bank or in the Sacco on a daily basis. So we give a management dashboard to the management staff. They can just see wherever, whichever part of the world they're sitting in, they will be able to see the dashboard and say, okay, today the loan collection seemed to be low. Okay, they want to know how and why. And they say, okay, when they click on that, they understand, okay, which branch, okay. So they can call them and say, hey, listen, there's a story like this, what is it going wrong there? So we can take immediate attention. So we are on top of all of them. So it becomes easier. So if you look at the measurable outcomes, so member service time, we have seen that, 80% faster. Okay, I mean 80% faster is like, you're telling this walk in the bank and then just get out in 10 minutes, right? Loan processing time is 90% faster because the moment all this application is loaded, they can go and sleep peacefully because the approval process is taken over in the background and all the respective responsible, the staff member in the workflow or in the approval chain, if they get the notification, they approve, right? And then manual work is completely reduced in terms of, I think, so accuracy of report. So manual report obviously will have, that you can always a level is the percentage of cumulative error that is significantly reduced and cost equipment. So and the board also find it very comfortable because you're showing a good 27% operational efficiency and you're showing a visible digital transformation. You're showing parameters in terms of how members have been happily walking to the office and how ease of operation has been. So these are all the a nice factor which board will definitely want to see. So we've kept all this in mind, the board's level, the SACCO's employees level, as well as the members level. So we made sure that when you are using the system, there is no difficulty in terms of using and also not compromising on the services or the products. So that is the key. Okay. So Echo and Aura and Go, yes. So we have a strategic collaboration, and so we've been working together and trying to bring in modernization into the Kenyan market, and we have been approaching the market, through our team back there. In terms of how we handle small cycles, large cycles, mid-size cycles. So we have worked out logics. So I'm sure, your session today would have been, somewhere touching upon all these topics. So that's how it is because the market is very big, the market is growing, but unfortunately there is a little bit of manual system dependency in the system. If you look at non-WTT cycle, the research says about 85% are still, they're still dependent on manual system. Okay, similarly, the mid-TTs, they have about 25%. So likewise, there is a lot of opportunity, and the biggest factor, what is a blocking factor, I would say, is because of high software cost, okay, and then budget constraints and small members. So we don't have those constraints at this point in time. We are flexible to handle small, however small you are, however big you are, we should be able to handle that. And since we have that experience over a period of 15 years, yes, I would probably say that yes, we are good at what we are doing. Okay, so with that note, I will introduce my team here. So Mr. Padma Prasada, he is the founder and CEO. So he has about 25, 28 years of experience in working major software engineering companies in terms of fintech product development. Similarly, Mr. Rahul Pandey, he is a co-founder, he is a CTO. And we have Sandeep, who's a financial officer, he handles customer relations. And I am Harsha Subramanian, shortly called as Harsha. I am the Chief Operating Officer. So with that, I say thank you. Thank you for the opportunity given. I am sure you will have a lot of doubts. I will be very, very happy to address those doubts and questions. Please send that to Dr. Joshua, and I will take it from there. I will make sure that I will provide you all the answers. And I am looking forward to working with you in the near future, and where I can show my Psycho World as a product benefiting you in a large scale and in the longer range of coming years. So thank you so very much. And Dr. Joshua and team, thank you so much for having me.
All right, let's give him one round of applause. so much. Great, great. That was a wonderful presentation. Now, before Asha leaves, and before we take a break for our lunch, I hope the tea we took wasn't enough, isn't it? Was it enough? So these big hotels, their bartenders have given you very serious breakfast, so you don't take that time. But we are ready, isn't it? Very good. So, just a minute. Something just very small. It takes me less than 3 minutes. 3 minutes maximum. All right. Now, I've been in this business of SACCO systems for some time, and there is just one slide that I would want to speak about here for just a minute here. Where is this going? Did I? Oh, hi. I want to get my Zoom. It's disappeared. Oh, it's easy. All right. So then here we are. Now, so I'm looking at differences between what we have outside here, what we call general enterprise resource planning systems. Currently, most of these, even the biggest SACCOs, they're using ERP systems, which were not customized for SACCOs. They were not meant for SACCOs per se. They have been customized, right? So I'm looking at differences between SACCO and these general ERPs. So general ERP, SACCO design. General ERP designed for general business operations. SACCO from the word go, it has been built for SACCOs and financial cooperatives. Architecture, for this general ERP, it is account and enterprise focused. Very good ERP systems, very good for running enterprises. They are focused for this account and enterprises. How about SACCO, as our COO said? They are member-first architecture. He said, of course, we cannot be existing without members. SACCO operations, these general ERPs need significant customization. That is why you will get like one SACCO I was working with, right, in terms of consultancy. These guys were building up an ERP system for their SACCO for more than 3 years. And up to date, they are still having some things that they're using manual systems here. They're still working with Excel. But when you talk of, in this case here, this SACCO verb, we are looking at, it comes automatically with both SAP, FOSA, and the SACCO operations are built in. So our turnaround, it doesn't matter how big your SACCO is, so long as, of course, you're cooperating with whatever information you want to be giving us, maximum 3 months, you should be up and running with everything. And if it's SACCO verb you're using, then automatically, dependence on this Excel and the other manual systems will be, almost zero. All right, loan management, these general ERP systems require customized modules. When you bring up a customized module, what does that mean? More money. They can't give you a module for free. For us, in this case, it is a full loan lifecycle management from the word go. Guarantor and the collateral, it's quite limited, or requires what you customize it. Customer. Ours is built in guarantor and the collateral management. Savings, defaults, and shares requires, again, customization. Remember, most of these ERP systems, they're very good in terms of financial reporting, warehouse handling, etc. They were not meant per se for what year? For SACCOs. Ours is built-in functionalities. Digital banking requires external integrations. Ours comes up with mobile, USSD, WhatsApp, WhatsApp banking, all those. Loan processing, this is quite general or has to be customized. Ours is automated SACCO specific workflows. Credit scoring. This credit scoring for the ERPs, it has to be customized. Ours, of course, is AI built in credit scoring capabilities. So when somebody applies for a loan, Automatically, before you start any processes, you will see whether this person has what score. Member self-service, yeah, remember members, as we say, this disease, would want to get very fast services. So in this case here, we're giving them an opportunity on their mobile phones with our application. They'll be able to do most of their services on their own. For ERPs, they usually require custom development. This one here for us is standard member self-service features. Yeah, regulatory reporting, again, you must come and ask yourself, what does SASRA need for this ERP? And then you start coming up with custom reports. For us, it is SACO focused regulatory reporting capability. Real-time processing depends on customization for this ERP. Ours is designed for real-time financial transactions. Integration requires additional development to allow those integrations here. For us, it's fintech ready. APIs and integration capabilities. Scalability may require significant customization when you move from 20,000 members to 80,000. Ours, in this case here, especially the one that is on the cloud, it's just plug and play. Designed to scale and SACO growth. Cost structure, ERPs, and we say really began. You'll get most of these ERPs, like I know a SACO that spent about 112 million for a SACO software. Ours will not even be a third of that. You'll be surprised. Especially for these SACOs, small SACOs with 50 members, 100 members, come and get started with us in this great journey. Because once members know that they have a software, they have a system that they are able to use quite easily, they'll start talking to each other outside there. So once you have a good system, you'll be marketing yourself. All right. So cost structure is subscription based and designed specifically for SACO what year. Okay. So you pay on a monthly basis. So the gentlemen, unless there is anybody who has got today there is no room for questions. Right?
Yes.
Open. Many questions should be able to come. Yeah. So we've come to the end of this very, very training. Is there somebody that I'm going away without having given them their presents? It was also a good day for presents. And then, of course, whenever we call for these meetings, I've never understood. You know, again, I'm in many, many industries. If this is Evelyn Wanjiko is like she got a present and maybe you never gave her a present. Yeah, Evelyn, if you can give us your number there. You receive less. No, we don't want to give anybody less. People should get what we want, right? So in other sectors, assuming, for example, we called CPA students to come for this kind of event, I would have gotten more than 500. But SACOs, whenever we call them, I don't know whether they think we'll charge them. They think we'll charge them. So we get so many cancellations at the very end, which is really unfortunate, which is very, very bad. So the next, so we did the first one, Sarova Stanley. We'll come to Ransom Blue. So the next one should be in the Mara. Yeah, we should be able to host SACO CEOs in the Mara. You will have Masai Mara. So the next quarter, take it up. Will you be able to come? Will you be able to bring your directors? And will you be able to buy our software? You should buy our software. Very, very important. Otherwise, Asha, thank you very much for coming in at the shortest notice. And the members here, thank you so much for showing up. And you've been a good audience. Thank you so much, and that is it. So we shall now proceed for lunch and of course photo sessions. Yeah.
We had Isaac who came in late, and really we haven't.
Isaac, Isaac, it should be worried because you studied between people at the lunch.